Most people don't stay broke because they don't earn enough. They stay broke because their money has no direction. Money without direction disappears, quietly, predictably, every single month. If you've ever looked at your bank account and wondered where everything went. If you earn money but somehow never feel ahead. If payday feels good for a moment, then stressful again. This video is for you. Because today, we're breaking down one rule that changes everything about how money behaves in your life. Not a complicated system. Not a spreadsheet obsession. Not financial perfection. Just structure. And once money has structure, it stops controlling you. It starts working for you. Let's begin. The real problem with budgeting. Most people hate budgeting. Not because it doesn't work, but because it feels restrictive. It feels like punishment. Like you're constantly telling yourself no. Like money is something to fight with. But real budgeting isn't about restriction. It's about clarity. It's about deciding before the money arrives, instead of reacting after it's gone. Because money doesn't respond to intention. It responds to systems. And today, we're going to simplify two of the most powerful systems ever created. The 50/30/20 rule. And zero-based budgeting. Not as theory. Not as finance jargon. But as tools you can actually use, even if you've failed at budgeting before. Why most people are always broke. Before we explain the rules, you need to understand this. Most people live on leftover money. They spend first, then hope something remains. But leftovers never build wealth. They disappear. Bills come. Life happens. Emotions take over. And suddenly, there's nothing left to save. Rich people don't save what's left. They decide where money goes first. That's the difference. And this is where the first rule comes in. The 50/30/20 rule, simplified. The 50/30/20 rule is not about perfection. It's about balance. Here's the idea. Every amount you earn is divided into three clear categories. Not feelings. Not guesses. Not vibes. Categories. 50% needs. These are non-negotiables. Things that keep your life running. Housing, food, transportation, utilities, basic insurance. Not luxury versions. Not upgrades. Not emotional spending disguised as needs. Just survival and stability. If more than 50% of your income goes here, that doesn't make you bad with money. It just means something needs adjusting. Either expenses, or income, or expectations. 30% wants. This is where most people get confused. Wants are not evil. Wants are what make life enjoyable. Entertainment, eating out, streaming, hobbies, small pleasures. The problem isn't having wants. The problem is letting wants spill into needs. The 30% rule gives your wants a boundary. Freedom with limits. You can enjoy money without letting it destroy your future. 20% future you. This is the most important category. Savings, investments, debt payoff beyond minimums. This is money you don't touch. Not because you can't, but because you respect the future version of yourself. This 20% is what breaks the cycle. Without it, you stay stuck. With it, momentum builds. Why the 50/30/20 rule works. It works because it removes decision fatigue. You don't ask, can I afford this? You ask, which category does this belong to? That single shift changes everything. Money becomes organized, predictable, calm. But for some people, this rule alone isn't enough. Because knowing percentages doesn't stop money from leaking. That's where the second system comes in. Zero-based budgeting, the discipline layer. Zero-based budgeting sounds intense, but it's actually simple. Here's the rule. Every dollar you earn gets a job. Not later, not vaguely, immediately. Income minus expenses equals zero. That doesn't mean you spend everything. It means every dollar is assigned. Savings has a job. Fun has a job. Bills have a job. Unassigned money disappears. Assigned money behaves. Why zero-based budgeting is powerful. Most people lose money in the gaps. Small purchases, random spending. Just this once. Zero-based budgeting closes the gaps. Nothing floats. Nothing drifts. You tell money what to do, instead of asking where it went. This is especially powerful if you are always surprised by low balances, feel like money leaks constantly, having consistent income, want maximum control. How these two systems work together. Here's the mistake most people make. They choose one system. Smart people combine them. 50-30-20 gives you structure. Zero-based budgeting gives you precision. Think of it like this. The 50-30-20 rule is the map. Zero-based budgeting is the steering wheel. Together, you don't just know where you're going. You actually stay on the road. Why this rule changes broke thinking. Being broke isn't about numbers. It's about reaction. Reacting to bills. Reacting to emotions. Reacting to pressure. Budgeting replaces reaction with intention. Instead of asking, do I have monies? You know, instead of feeling anxiety, you feel control. And control is addictive in the best way. Common mistakes that break the system. Let's clear something up. These rules fail when people do these things. Being unrealistic. Ignoring fun entirely. Trying to be perfect. Quitting after one bad month. Budgeting is not a test. It's a feedback loop. Some months will be messy. That's normal. The goal is progress, not punishment. What to do if you're already broke? If you're thinking, this sounds good, but I don't have extra money. That's exactly why you need this. Start small. Even 5% towards savings builds identity. Even structure without surplus builds discipline. Discipline comes before wealth, not after. The real shift. Here's the truth most people never hear. Budgeting doesn't limit freedom. It creates it. Because freedom isn't spending without thinking. Freedom is knowing you're safe tomorrow. Because you were intentional today. Final thought. If you're always broke, it's not because you're lazy. It's not because you're unlucky. It's not because money hates you. It's because money has never been given rules. Give it structure. Give it direction. Give it boundaries. And it will change how it behaves in your life. Quietly, gradually, automatically. This is how the cycle breaks.